45. How does the author develop the contrast between the narrator's point of view and the professor's point of view? Okay, how does the author develop the blank? Well, okay, this is going to be a rhetorical development question. So what techniques, what strategies of writing style does the author use to create this contrast between the narrator and the professor's point of view? Well, I think, again, going back to our reading, it's probably dialogue. The whole passage is basically written as a dialogue, a back and forth, where the narrator expresses his, reticence to go look for the aughts, that they can't possibly be correct, and the professor believes it. So I think it's going to be dialogue. Let's take a look at what the answer choices show. A, by providing the narrator's and professor's thoughts on how age and experience influence each other's reasoning. No, it's not about age and experience. That's not the main method from which the author develops the ideas, the opposing points of view. B, by using the conversation, between the narrator and the professor to emphasize their reactions to the letter. Yes, that's it. The conversation is the dialogue. That's the technique the author uses to show the back and forth between the narrator and the professor. And the reactions are opposing to each other. So B will be our correct answer. Let's check C and D. By describing the professor's persistent efforts to change the narrator's mind. Okay, that's mixing up facts, a typical wrong idea. Professor's persistent efforts to change the narrator's mind? No, it's the opposite. The narrator, if anything, is the one trying to change the professor's mind by saying these aughts couldn't possibly exist. They're extinct, right? The professor simply says, I believe the letter. Okay. And he doesn't try to change the guy's mind. He says, you're going to go, because it seems like the guy's working for the professor, right? He's the subordinate. D, by including dialogue, okay, dialogue there, that's good, that explains why the professor is the supervisor and the narrator his subordinate. Well, no, the dialogue doesn't explain why the professor is the supervisor and the narrator is subordinate. That's the wrong thing to be explained. That's not correct. There is dialogue, that's true. B is the best answer for 45. It's the dialogue. That's the technique that the author uses to develop the back and forth, different points of view between the narrator and the professor.